Dragoon and like pass, it's not good enough. So the fact that that other card got banned was a big reason for Dragoon not seeing a lot of play.
Alright. Let's see. Just so brief, so long enough.
Oops. Why is every piece of furniture so fragile?
Gotta be honest with you, buddy, I'm surprised you're still here making videos with me after last time, although you actually did very well, so congratulations. This week, however, I think I'm gonna give you a break this week. You know, I think a lot of people want you to see another summoning mechanic, but I'm not gonna do that just yet. I had an interesting concept for a video. We're going to talk about an interesting part of Yu-Gi-Oh! That I'm not really sure how this translates to Hearthstone, which is why I thought it'd be interesting to talk about.
No, it was foolish of you to come here.
Have a series of cards that we like to call engine requirements. What that means is that it's a card you have to play in your main deck. Or extra deck, but for the most part, let's just say main deck. That basically enables another card to be extremely good, but without that card in your deck that is otherwise bad and or unplayable, you would never play that card otherwise. So we play these types of cards in like 3-to-1 ratio. So you play 3 of the really good card, and you play 1 of the really bad card because it enables the good card to actually play. Does that make sense?
So the card is only good if there's a card in your extra deck?
In your main deck. In your main deck. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll make more sense when I show you some context here. But I'm going to show you a few cards at a time, not too much. And you're going to tell me if you think these interactions obviously are good or bad. And like always, if these cards ever had to serve time on the ban list in any capacity. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, so here's your first one. This is the card that you would play as a Rhea.
Brilliant Fusion. This is an ongoing book.
It's a continuous spell.
When this card is activated, Fusion summon 1 Gemini monster from your extra deck. These monsters from your deck as fusion material, but change its attack defense to 0. If this card leaves it, destroy that monster once per turn from 1 spell. Monsters when summoned by this effect gains attack and defense equal to original attack and defense. Until the end of your opponent's turn, you can only activate this once per turn. Oh my god. It's like every Yu-Gi-Oh card, give me a second, I gotta reread this.
Okay, so this is like a full mechanic of like using your extra deck as your main deck as well.
Sure.
Is
that how that interacts? It's like, as far as I'm aware, your extra deck is like cards you can swap in between each match. That's an advantage, right?
No, that is the side deck. You're regressing very quickly.
Wait, what is the extra deck? Is that like where the special monsters
That's
are?
where the yes, that's where the secret monsters. That's where the you forget we have 3 decks in our game. No, we have to make it more complicated.
That's crazy, dude. It's like we've done so many videos, and I haven't even done that.
No, the audience knows that you forget everything. It's fine.
Okay, hold on. Now that makes a lot more sense. I was like, holy shit, that seems so strong.
心就会消失了。
I can just pull it from thin air, like outside of the match. Okay.
Well, I mean, you kind of are in a way. But
That is very funny. Okay, oh my god. Big monster street, eh? Okay, so basically is we're using 2 cards not in your hand as material to pull something from your extra deck.
Correct.
Correct.
Correct. You send 7 monsters from your deck to the graveyard to bring out a guy from your deck.
I could be wrong. Could set that illegal for this game? Like that sounds. I play that Hearthstone.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
get into it. Get into it.
I don't need to draw the cards. I can just take cards and pull them from my deck, which is drawing, and then use them as material to get another monster. That seems pretty good.
Okay.
I'm gonna start 1 spell. This monster
Ah, damn it. Why does she never use the sweeping? When that's exactly what I'm anticipating. I know people say react, but I have bad reactions. If I had good reactions, I wouldn't be trying to go for anticipation. Great.
So, okay, 3,000, 3,000 again. For the most part, I would imagine that you're pulling a monster from your deck. Records effect. Now, what is a Gem Knight monster?
Funny you should ask, Raren. Funny you should ask. So let's go ahead and show you first what you'll be summoning off of this, because it'll help provide some trigger.
Okay, Gem Knight, Seraph Knight?
Seraph
Knight? Close enough. Seraph must be fusion on the first, above fusion material. During your main phase, you almost said summon 1 monster. Oh, you get an extra normal summon.
That's pretty cool, huh?
That is actually a really interesting design. I wonder how good that will be. Now that I've seen
force too much.
mana, and I'm using quotations in your game, I don't know if that's really necessary. When were these cards released, by the way?
So they were released relatively I say recently. Brilliant Fusion was released in 2015, so actually 10 years ago. So it's actually way older than I thought it was. But, and then Seraphinite was released a few years prior to that. So now to give you the full context here. You see on Gem Knight Seraphinite, right below where it says Fairy Fusion, because it requires 1 Gem Knight monster and 1 Light monster fusion summon. So this is the monster that I'm going to show you here that you have to play your main deck, essentially to facilitate the ability to activate Brilliant and summon out this Seraph.
Okay, so this card is just in your deck. Okay, I get what you're saying. Okay, and this is, I'm imagining. For almost every Gem Knight, one of the real here.
So this is, for the context of this, you can evaluate these 3 cards in the deck.
4-star, 9-star attack. For the context of this, I know you take it back, but I'm literally just looking at this as like fodder for my deck.
So the reason why they picked this one is because it is the one with the highest attack list. That is the only reason it's this one in particular.
I mean, the full combo seems pretty good, especially in this is like older Yu-Gi-Oh stuff before a lot of the wackiness has unfolded recently. I mean, I would imagine an extra normal summon is very, very powerful for Skate.
Remember, I said that typically how these combos are going to work at your system. You're going to play 3 of the very powerful cards. In this case, you've identified is Brilliant. That's in your main deck. Garnet is also in your main deck. But if you draw the Garnet, Brilliant Fusion specifically said you have to send the monster from the deck to the yard. So if you draw the Garnet in your hand, Brilliant Fusion cannot be activated, and it's dead card. So this is sort of what I'm talking about with these little packages, is that you're trading some inconsistency in your deck potentially for some big bursts of power. And this is a theme that later Yu-Gi-Oh sets started taking advantage of, like sort of 3-1 ratio of like play a really good card, but you have to play also a kind of bad card as well to get the benefit of the
Why is her voice so fucking good?
Or, you know, playing. So, the structure
Look at that!
will be as such, you know, going through the rest of these, just so you know, going.
So are you running 40 copies of Garnet to like make sure that you always have really good active?
You actually do the opposite. You play the least amount of copies.
I keep forgetting she's just gonna keep attacking. You're right, but that won't stop me.
Because, yeah, even if, so, like, in your mind, you can play the maximum copies, you would have the least likelihood chance of drawing one, but then you're gonna... have like a more inconsistent deck. You don't want to like ever draw cards anyway. So people just run.
I lagged, what the fuck?
Like 1 in every 10 games, you might just draw Garnet in your hand, and then you're really don't want to.
See, that's interesting because I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but wouldn't you want to use Brilliant Fusion once? Because I feel like even if they get rid of the first power that you do with like Gem Knight, any of the Gem Knights, like when you want to do that again the following turn, is that just not good enough?
Arguably, I mean, you could potentially do that. I would say for the most part, the way that just games in Yu-Gi-Oh sort of play out, you don't really need a second one, if that makes sense. Like, if you resolve the first Brilliant Fusion, it's enough to sort of get your deck going that you don't need to, like, activate a second Brilliant Fusion. I won't say it's never happened, but I will say it's pretty unlikely that you need a second.
Okay, so you're putting one in your deck just basically so you don't draw it as often. Okay, that makes sense.
Correct.
I was thinking the reverse where it's like I want to do this multiple times.
Which is fair. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Yeah. I would say...
You know what? I'll take it.
for the most part, with most of these combos, you only
How come Kuroki? This always has bothered me, but why is Kuroki's death so
they call
fucking
these types of
violent?
cards starters. It's not like an official term; it's more like verbiage. This is a card that
I guess Yang's is pretty violent too, but like everyone else, it blacks out before you get to see the fatal blow get landed, right?
If that makes sense. So these are like these are some of your best turn
But
one.
Kuroki's the goriest death out of all of them. What's up with that?
This is more of like
Racism much?
set up for something else.
Yeah,
Or something? I don't know.
Like it definitely gets you to your win con, but it gets your win con going.
That's actually really
Alright,
interesting.
I am actually gonna not do any shortcuts in the tower. The tower's shortcuts require you to, you know, kill yourself, and
I don't know why.
I want to get as much of the remaining buffs as I possibly can.
So please be good. I don't even know band-wise, that's such an interesting thing. Because am I evaluating only Brilliant Fusion in this case, or am I evaluating all three?
You can evaluate all three if you think one of them is. It seems like I'm not trying to sway you here, but it seems like you think Brilliant is like the part of for its discussion.
Like unless I'm missing a card, I feel like you're not playing together too, unless you have this one. So
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yes.
So Brilliant Fusion is the card you're probably looking for because it's just the one card you need to actually get this whole combo activated through. Probably and is interesting. I don't know. Like it's drawing 2 cards, using them immediately to pull a card from your extra deck, which allows you to get a combo going. That seems very good. You said you need some turn 1.
Turn 1. And you have an extra normal summon as well. Hey, you have a normal summon in all the
yeah, this is it's like every time. So sure, yeah, man.
Final answer? You are correct, Rare, and I'm not going to go on my big monologue like I usually do. I'll give you a break this time, but yes. Brilliant Fusion is in fact banned. I think it might be fitted in the Asian territories right now, but like whatever. This card is extremely good. So there's a lot of nuances to this card, and I'll go ahead and explain. So, the extra normal summon that Seraphinite provides is insane. That is actually, like, one of the reasons why people didn't play this card. But also, the fact that if you look at Gem Knight Seraphinite, it requires a Gem Knight and a Light Monster. The fact that you can just in any Light Monster in your deck to the graveyard is insane, because it's literally just another copy of Foolish Burial, which is a card that just says send a monster from your deck to the graveyard. That card's limited to 1. So Brilliant Fusion is like another really good card, you know, with upside, at the cost of playing this bad Gem Knight Garden in your deck, because you're getting to name one of the best cards in your deck, which probably has some sort of graveyard effect to like revive itself or like do something. Get the extra normal summon off of Seraphinite, which also is like its own body, so you can use that for like any sort of extra deck plays like synchroing and seas, whatever. It is just like one of the best things like that you could be doing essentially, like while this card was around, because the activation and resolution of it is just so powerful. It just puts you in a really good position for this game. It was such a problem that they ended up banning it because it's very, very strong. Very strong card.
Now I'm curious to see what the next ones are. Sorry, I'm just like, this one is just, this fucking absurd.
We'll see about that. The one thing I will say before we continue, and the reason I want to start with this, is because Gem Knight Garden has essentially taken up the mantle as calling all of the other, like, one-of-that cards you have to play in the deck Gardens, because they're the cards that you never want to draw or see, because they ruin your ability to do a lot of these combos. Or, sometimes we call them soft garnets, because you can still do the combo if it's in hand, but you just, like, lose a card, or otherwise it would just get rid of the deck for free. So it doesn't really, like mess up the combo, like Brilliant Fusion, but, yeah, all these cards are called garnets, and he's kind of like the poster child. But anyway, next one. So here is your 3-of card.
Predaplants says Ophrys, Scorpio. This card is normal or special summoned. Send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon 1 Predaplant monster from your deck. Sets this one. Only uses effect of this one once per turn. Normal summon or special? 1 monster. Special summon 1 monster. For the Predaplants cards, extremely good.
Funny you should ask, Rare. Here is your Garnet in this scenario.
What the fuck is this? Darling Odia?
Yeah, you got it.
What? Is that a plant snake?
That's a plant cobra.
It looks. It just looks If this card is special summoned by the effect of Credit Plant Monster, you can add one Polymerization spell card or fusion spell card from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per duel. Once per duel? Wow. Okay, so this one makes a lot more sense why you would only want
欢迎
It makes a lot more sense why you're only running one of these. Because if it's once per duel, have you ever shown me an effect that's once per duel?
I may have, but it may have been ages ago. Once per duel is not very common, but it's not uncommon either. Especially as Yu-Gi-Oh! Has aged. There's been more and more effects that have that. But this is one of them.
Balanced. Are they testing it before they release the cards?
Sure.
Polymerization is what is it, like monsters or something, or using the it's that one card that summons or fuses two monsters together.
Correct. Correct. Or fusion spell card, which I may or may not have shown you. This is what we talked about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's gonna be like in the previous video. Hold on, let me scroll up here. Okay, so oh,
pretty good. Huh?
Oh, okay. So you play the Scorpio, this pull the Cobra, and then you pull the Fusion.
Pretty good, huh?
Okay, like I mean, if Brilliant Fusion was banned, you said banned right now. It's limited.
Correct. No, it's still banned. It's limited in the age.
Okay, sorry, you're just wanting to tell you if these cards are banned or not? I guess there's like a pet.
Or if you think it's good, like maybe I'm just baiting you and this combo sucks.
It's interesting because Fusion is the best part of your deck, which it very much might be, depending on what you've already said. Obviously, the card is banned, so it's really good. This is a consistent way of getting it in your hand.
Wow, I'm really good at getting my ass beaten.
In like this instance, like this hypothetical,
by this
yeah, you
lady.
can still run 3 brilliant.
This very tall,
so this is just
gigantic
like
lady.
Sure.
That's what I'm understanding.
And again, like you can find any card that has fusion in it, right? So it's like any of these, like I'm showing them to you, but there's a million. Actually, I will show you a couple actually later on. Like I think about it. There's like a million cards in Yu-Gi-Oh that are like blah 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 fusion. So this can search any of those.
As long as you don't draw, this is good.
As long as you don't draw it, that's well.
We've already spoken about how the fact that like drawing cards in Yu-Gi-Oh is the greatest thing ever. So I mean, this is just running one card. You're running 2 cards that draw one specific.
Why didn't you die?
So it's a chain of things to make sure you're redundant in your fusion card, which I get. As far as I'm aware, if you don't get the fusion cards for these decks, you're just losing the game. Because the deck doesn't function. You need us.
Yeah, you're not in a good place if you don't see the fusion cards for those types of decks. Yes, I would say that's generally a good rule of things.
So then this comes to the conversation of, is this the problem? Or is it the card, is the actual fusion card itself the problem that they need to ban? Okay, because technically, if this doesn't do enough turn 1, then how they can it? Because it obviously does enough for your deck where you draw your, like, start of your combo. Just, I think for Yu-Gi-Oh! Standards, it's probably fine, because a lot of decks do that. If it allows you to just win games on turn 1, I'm starting to understand for Yu-Gi-Oh! From all these videos, it's like, if you win on turn 1, they probably don't want that to be. Hopefully they want one of the person, or the other person to play the game. Hopefully. So, if that's the case, then I think it's the fusion that's the problem, and not necessarily the Cobra and or the Scorpio. Without seeing the rest of the fusion cards, I don't think this is banned. Like, it's just redundancy in a combo deck, at least in Hearthstone, is good because you draw your combo quicker. Only running it to get to the cards that you want to get. Okay? You could run less cards in your deck, you wouldn't run redundancy, so I don't think it's good.
Okay. Even though this could search any fusion card, are they going to ban every fusion card?
Yeah, but I don't know what some of the fusion cards are.
That's unfair.
I'm going with the fact that it showed me the main fusion card. I'm going to call it the main. I obviously have no idea. But if you're showing me that fusion card, and that one's banned, without knowing what the other ones are, as long as they're not on the same level as that one, I don't think this is like a ban. Sure. Like, it's good. It's good. I don't think it's bad.
I will definitely say this was a combo that people would use Orphan Scorpio to get Darling Tokyo Cobra to search Brilliant Fusion. That was very common while we're still legal. You are correct. Orphan Scorpio nor Darling Tokyo Cobra have served any time on it. Just be honest, and they're going to get one you're probably going to. But, yes, so this combo is very potent. Brilliant Fusion was not the only with this combo. There are plenty of other very powerful. Funny enough, some of them are banned fusion spells that this card can search. Maybe this card is that. But in any case, just being able to get, not only are you getting the fusion spell that you want, even though it comes at the cost of a discard, who cares? And sometimes it's mostly an upside a lot of times you do that. You're also putting 2 bodies on the field as well, which means they're both level 3, so you play a rank
What are you doing?
You can then immediately overlay them to, like, comboing potentially. There's some stuff I could have shown you, but it's not but that's like something you can do. You can use them for like other things, you know, right? Like there's so much value here, and like you said, the redundancy is good. So it makes your deck more consistent. It gives you to do the very unfair thing, which in this case is resolving. But you're correct. You did not take the bait, Darling, Tony, and Cobra. And
Maybe I should just fucking ignore those guys. I don't know why I'm fighting them.
What do you think about what's happening?
Is this Beyblades in my rolling arrow top? That's what it is. I keep saying what's curious, but cards like last letters in our so you can control no monsters. You can special summon this card from your hand. Normal or special summon, you can add 1 Speedroid monster from your deck to your hand, except one of these. Only uses effect if one once per hey, Stimo, are the Speedroid cards good?
Funny you should ask, Raren. Funny you should ask.
What the fuck is this? Take Tom board?
Attack a Tom board to Keto board. Honestly, I don't know if that's proper pronounce this card's name.
Control a wing monster. Special summon this card from your hand. For this card, special summon 1 Speedroid tuner from your deck. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except for this monster. Okay, so Speedroid Terror Top. He says, if you have no monsters, you get a free special summon. That's already good. And when this is normal summon, draw a card from your deck. And I'm assuming you're showing me this one specifically allows you to get a from your deck, so you're drawing another card. And if you build your deck correctly, probably summoning wind monsters. For the sake of evaluating this card, do any wind monsters matter in this case, or are they just all good?
So, I mean, Terratop is itself a win. So, you know, hypothetically, you go special Terratop, add attack top board, and then you can use special summon attack. Keep in mind, you only get locked into wind monsters if you do the second effect attack top. Separate.
Wait, what is the second one start? Special summon 1?
Yeah, when it says you contribute this card, special summon Speedroid Tuner, and then it locks you into winds, that's a separate effect. So you can special summon attack top board without being locked into it.
Okay, that's actually extremely interesting. So you could just draw this card for fodder for something else. You have to use a special something. Well, if you want to contribute it, it's fine. Hey, let me hear monsters. I'm trying to remember. Do tuner monsters mean like they're not
Synchro, but I know what you meant something from the extra deck.
That is an interesting one. The first one makes a lot of sense, because you're just drawing a card and you get I don't know why you wouldn't. Even if you just draw the speed-off board, you just get another monster before that you can probably use the sacrifice in your
I will also clarify, Tagatop board is a shop card, so obviously, if it's like in your hand, you know, Terratop doesn't special directly from the deck, right? It adds it to your hand first. So, you know, Speedroid Terratop still works, even if you don't want to draw a Tagatop board, you want to get a free card out of your deck rather than something else. But it doesn't, like, ruin, like, compared to Orbis Scorpio, Brilliant View, sure, those cards cannot function if the card's, like, in your hand. So, this one's, like I said, we call this a soft card, or a print.
If you have, like, just what, if you're running, like, 3 of them in your deck, and you have all 3 of them in your hand, you can basically summon all 3 as well?
Yeah, that's true.
That's something that is...
Well, it says you can always special summon attack top board, so, no, actually. But,
okay, sure, yeah.
Hypothetically, like, over the course of multiple turns.
Hold on, if I went back in time, this one says to draw your team. This one, not saying that. This one is just to draw another monster, or another trigger for your deck, so you can sync or something. Again, if these are all set up for turn 1, I would expect draw something, this, and another monster. So does this card special summon 1 tuner from deck? This card is also still on the board, so is your Beyblade. I'm assuming that either one of the board or the Beyblade itself is also used to synchro summon the monster that you're the other tuner for.
Let me help you out. Let me give you this guy.
Okay. I think a lot of these comments are really contingent on like what you're pulling out. Because
Sure.
yeah, like you're doing a lot of fancy stuff here, but
Sure.
is it worth it?
Let me give you, because at least with Orpheus Scorpio, you can search for Relief Fusion. That's the thing. So let's give you the payoff for this little combo. See if you can put it.
MX Saber Invoker.
I agree.
That's tough.
Once for 2 level 3 monsters. Okay, so in this case, yes, you don't even need the like to get the material. Just kill it. Okay. You can attach 1 material. Once per turn, you can attach 1 material from the start. Special summon 1 level Earth Warrior or Beast Warrior monster from your deck. That's position. Destroy it during the end phase. Okay, so
I hear the gears turning.
you can synchro summon multiple times per turn. I just if I'm wrong about that, just say something. But I think
16
that's
summons, but yes.
so you can just. And if I remember correctly, if I detach something from one of these cards, they don't, nothing else changes, right? You just -1 like resource on it.
Correct, on it. Yeah, Invoker stays on. My god.
Sorry, hold on. I'm just trying to figure out how good that actually is. This game, so you get another Warrior monster. Actually, you're drawing another card. Those cards probably draw something else, or they something beyond.
Welcome
it.
to Yu-Gi-Oh, buddy. Welcome.
So you have just a non-stop chain of drawing, like probably anything from your deck at this point. I'm going to imagine. The Invoker seems like it would carry on the tradition of like you're drawing something specific, which means that thing also probably does something. This probably builds towards a really good combo. I mean, I don't know if it's as good as the fusion thing. I think the fusion thing is still much better. The interesting thing about this one is how much you're actually drawing from your deck. This is like, I wonder where the line stops. Because once you pull your Earth Warrior or your Beast Warrior, I'm sure that one of those cards does something. And they're also all in your graveyard, which is also interesting. At some point, at least, I should say.
I'll help you out here. One of these 3 cards was banned. Try to figure out which one.
Oh, great!
What? You have a 33%!
我能到达电梯级。
Yeah, but they're all like,
他在电梯
just
上
because they're all doing kind of like,
重复。
they're all part of a greater sum. So what's one? Basically, I have to ask if one thing wasn't a part of it. Right, so in my opinion, it's not the Invoker though. Because the Invoker is needed. You can't get the Invoker without the other two. So which one's actually more important than that? That's
It's funny you say that, there is a Speedroid Yogi.
Oh, it's there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with the Beyblade. I mean, the Beyblade's the only one in here that can hesitate with your normal summon. You can special it from your hand whenever, and then assuming this is the one you want your opening hand. Start your chain. Not that the board is bad. It's just this is the only one that actually starts it. If the board doesn't actually start it, you just get like I guess you control wind monster and you simply special summon it. But again, like if you don't have a wind monster to begin with, you can't even special summon. So it's like you need to turn off.
I don't answer. Airtop is insane. It's a card that, like you said, you're right with a lot. You want to have it in your opening hand, special it out to the field, you get the attack on board, bring that guy out, and now all of a sudden you're an Invoker. You may any rank 3. I showed you the classic copy remember from this time. And like you said, it's a never-ending chain to get you to what your deck is trying to do. Obviously, like you don't know what the end goal is here, but you can imagine for the purposes, it's actually pretty damn good. So much so that Speedroid Terratop was limited. Was the Invoker, if you can believe it. MX Saber Invoker got banned. It turns out that being able to special summon a level 4 Earth Warrior or Beast Warrior is really fucking good in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because that is a lot of cards. And a lot of unfair cards on top of it. And eventually this card just got so degenerate that they just decided to pick this guy. He's still banned today. I don't know if he's going to come back anytime soon. And honestly, I think we can continue with that because this card is, it enables a lot of bullshit. Just with one of the things it specifically gets, it's kind of... it's an age-old question, right? Do you get rid of like the guy that like gets to the enabler and you're himself, right? It's always there's point toss.
There's other ways to get the Invoker, I guess.
Yeah, it's any 2 level 3 monsters. I just showed you like the freest way because this takes your special summon, or it doesn't take your normal summon, right? Special summon, overlay. You can literally search whatever, and that's your normal summon that you searched on the overlay. So you got all this value for absolutely free for basically minimal investment. It was just way too efficient, and a lot of the times during this time that Terratop was legal, if your opponent opened Terratop, like you were in for a rough ride because it was just they would accumulate so much advantage so far behind. So, but yeah, both of them got hit respectively. Terratop I think is at 3 again, but I don't think it. But yeah, still cool card nonetheless. The first miss, but to be fair, That one was a bit tougher. This one is going to be reminiscent of our last video. That's a couple of pendulum monsters.
I'm gonna have to remember how to hold on.
I'm just going to love this because of the art. I already know.
What the fuck is that? It's a guitar playing in the guitar? Okay. Oh my god. That guy, that's actually insane. Is this in the anime? Like, holy shit.
Honestly, if it was, I wouldn't know because I didn't watch it during this time. I'll help you out with this one. The only effect you need to care about here is the pendulum. One in between the two scales.
So this is the warrior guitar. I gotta do like a review before this. I didn't realize I had to study for this video. Your pendulum is your back row.
Correct.
Your scales are the most left and right.
Correct.
Between the scales, you can summon for free.
Correct. You pass. Correct.
So, they're both 7 in this case, so it doesn't matter. I can't remember
They're always the same. They're always the same on their own.
Discard one card, special summon 1 symphonic for your monster from your deck, except this one. This one. Discard 1 card and then summon another one from the same. What are these called? Family tribes? Organization?
Organization. Colts.
Here's a great question for you. What other ones are there?
Funny you should ask, right?
Great. I was hoping it would be like a bigger guitar playing him. That would be my dream. The warrior mix? Oh, it's a mic.
It's a microphone. Get it? Get it? So this one, I'll help you out. This one you want to read the monster effect. Remember, guitar summons the monster. Right? Yeah, so you want to read the monster effect.
Symphonic counter. After normal or special summon this card, almost summon 1 monster during your main turn. Okay. So you get an extra normal again.
Sounds familiar?
Yes. Where do you get the counters from?
The counters don't matter, because remember, the guitar is just immediately special summoning the mics, mix, so like you basically can ignore the first part.
Okay, so you are discarding 1 card from your hand, and a guaranteed mic, you're into play, which allows you to get an extra normal summon during your turn.
Take about 4 years after surrender.
How good is that?
每一种罪行都有它的惩罚，
monster
每一种惩罚都有它的武
Okay,
器。
so you just showed me last time a way to just get like a cycle going, and that doesn't require a normal summon at all. How good is 2 normal summons per turn compared to the last?
Keep in mind, Mix is also a pendulum scale 1. So you've got a wide range that you can also hit. Let's say you just draw the mix and the guitar, you could just make pendulum scales and just bomb it out your whole hand.
Sorry, I don't know if I ever asked this question last time, but if you special something from the deck, special something this monster from the deck, Mike, put it in your back row?
No, I'm saying in the instance of, let's say, you don't want to like get the extra normal summon. It has like different utilities. You can scale both of them into pendulum scales, and now you can just pendulum summon your whole hand.
Oh! So, in this case, you don't need the special summoning because you're getting pendulums.
Correct.
You're saying.
Correct. So you can either, go and get the mix out, get yourself like 2 normal summons. That's really cool. Not to mention, you can play like multiple copies of these, right? So like you can get yourself the extra normal summon with mix, and then play a second mix in your other pendulum scale, and still pendulum summon.
You remind me as well, with the pendulum scale, you can just pull monsters from your extra deck.
It's hand and extra deck.
And an extra.
找到目标了。
You have the ability to get 1 in 7 pretty consistently, is what you're saying.
Correct.
Which means now your extra deck is like infinitely better because you're probably stacking your extra deck with things that you summon with.
没有别的
That's
路。
true.
Probably disgusting if I have to take a guess. If it's anything like you just showed me in the last video, I mean, like that mechanic seemed pretty good. So, so I feel like one of these is probably banned for sure. Question is which one? The guitar draws you what. The mic is obviously good though because it allows you to do both. Is the guitar broken if you don't have the mic? Card extra or clone your card from your deck.
To help you out, this is like the premier thing that you want to get off. I wouldn't really. I would say you're only playing these 2 together. There's not like an extra.
In other words, if the mic's gone, you're probably not playing well. There's the mic.
Correct. I will help you out.
the mic's the problem then. I mean, that question is the mic actually banned? I mean, a scale of 7 and 1 that takes literally no effort, and if it's anything I saw in the last video, pretty fucking good. So, yeah, we'll go if the mic is banned.
Final answer?
Answer.
It starts with 5. Only 5?
Why though? Why?
It's kind of weird. So obviously you want to make the comparison here to play. So you typically would play guitar and mix, whatever, in like a 3-to-1 ratio. You can play in second mix if you want to have like or you can just play any of the pendulum, right? Like it's just half. But typically they play the ratio just to get the summon. There have been decks historically that did play this combination of cards. When you compare it to Brilliant Fusion just does way more for less. You get to like dump cards to the graveyards, you can add value there. Seraphonite is just like a way better card to summon than Nyx comparatively. These two cards do obviously have the pendulum going for them, so like I said, in the instance of if you don't want to get the extra normal summon off Nyx, you can just like pendulum scale bullshit, but for the most part, like, it's kind of just, like, fine. I didn't really know what else to say. It's not really searchable, like, really things are searchable with, like, Orbis Scorpio, so, like, obviously that was an issue. Decks that really wanted to play this just, like, were never, like, particularly insane, and, they were just kind of, like, it's crazy to think that a combination of cards that gives you 2 normal summons, or let you just, you know, have the ability to do pendulum summon, that from your perspective, that seems fine. That's kind of just how Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, to be honest. Like, there's just more broken shit you can do.
It's interesting how you said that probably fans, right? So then, wouldn't the thing under it be stronger? Like, adjusting this combination of guitar might become a lot better.
Yeah, you would think so, and again, like, people sort of grew with it, but at the end of the day, it's like, there's really in this game so much value for so little, that so many decks can play it. For this combination, just, like, isn't exactly the same. It's just, like, it's Brilliant Fusion and Tone. And, yeah, I don't know, this comparatively is just totally fine. Brilliant Fusion just has way more power in the card, for what you're getting out of it. And I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Each individual card, except for like the bricks or the gardens that you have to play to facilitate a good card like Brilliant Fusion, the power level is just so high in Yu-Gi-Oh! That these cards just like don't make the cut. Like just getting an extra normal summon and having the ability to pendulum summon isn't enough. Like you need to be doing more than that, especially like if you want the card to be like really strong, if not bad. But like I said, these cards did see play in some decks. I won't say they were unplayable, but it was very uncommon to see.
I thought I was dropping the money. That's all.
Not at all. I don't hear any salt.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be interesting.
Let's see what is faster. I might see headphone out. I thought that's it's like, you know,
to be fair, most of the time I think that's true to say.
It's like when you see a current card for Hearthstone, you're like, oh, okay, so it's already good. Yeah, so it's the same thing. Neo's Fusion. Special summon. 1 monster you're actually like that. It's 10 monster that's material. Elemental Hero Neos. By sending those monsters from your hand, deck, or field, ignoring its summon. Oh god. For the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters. The Fusion monster you control that lists Elemental Hero Neos as material when destroyed by battle or artifact, or shuffle into the extra by its own effect, manage this card with your correct step. Okay, so, that's pretty good.
Okay, I'll give you some more context here. So here's our good friend, Elemental Hero Neos. He's just, for all intents and purposes, he's just a big guy. Big guy.
So it has to go. The monster you are summoning. Just making sure I'm reading this right. The monster you are summoning from your extra deck has to be the hero.
Correct, and I will get to that momentarily. So I'm showing you, like, this card is just like a 2 tribute big moron. Like, he's bad otherwise. Like, you can play it. Okay.
This is nasty though. Okay. And I think you can just pull this from your deck. It ignores summoning conditions.
Or you're not pulling this from. This is not what you're summoning. You will get to that moment. That's just what you're sending to the graveyard to summon.
Oh. Okay. Sorry.
Okay. Get to that momentarily. This is the other card.
No.
I'm going to save you. do not have to read this card. This card does literally nothing. This card actually does nothing because you are only playing this because of what you are summoning. This card, if you draw this card does literally.
I'm playing my Recross.
It's just like a card. So you don't even have to read it. It's cool. It's Rainbow.
Yeah,
Dragon.
one more try before I go.
Before summoning, we're gonna send those 2 cards to the graveyard. Summon Sky.
Rainbow Neos.
Yes, preferably I just don't die all that much against Kuroki.
And I'm guessing that
so I can actually get away with using the shortcut.
It used to just say Rainbow Dragon. And
I guess I'll have to try.
Sometimes Rainbow Dragon is also technically
Kuroki again still.
Monster. Just don't like it.
Get better at her.
Okay, let's try to activate one of these effects. Send 1 monster you control to the graveyard, shuffle all monsters your opponent controls into the deck. Like their deck, assuming.
Correct. Or if they're from the extra deck, they would just go back.
Okay. Send 1 spell slash trap card you control to the graveyard, shuffle all spells and traps your opponent controls into the deck. Okay. Put 1 card from the top of your deck to the graveyard, shuffle all cards from your opponent's graveyard into the deck. All 3. The last one is disgusting. Like, the last one's gross. Like, that's
I mean, they're all gross. They're all gross.
So, but the first one is the worst one, I would imagine. Well, I guess you have to. Okay, so 1 monster you control, I think you'd rather send your top card of your deck instead of the monster you control. So I think you pick the last one.
Fine, you can send himself.
Okay, hold on, wait. Well, why would you want to do that?
Well, if you don't have another monster, that's all. I mean, obviously you want to keep out a 4,500 attack point monster. Don't get me wrong, but like, if you absolutely have to, like, you can get rid of him.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Fuck me, the camera's my enemy right now.
I feel like that one's like the worst one by far. It's like I would rather send the top card of my deck to use the side. 1 spell slash trap card you control to the graveyard. So, the trap cards, they don't have normal summon requirements, so you just want to get rid of this. That doesn't already just card on this board and just sacrifice it. Obviously, you're getting probably a lot of value. Concern. How does this work? Is this like a quick effect, by the way, or like?
No, these are like sorcery speed ignition effects, so you can only do this on. If this was a quick effect, this would be.
And does this card, like, can your opponent counteract any of these? Like, if I do the second option, your opponent has time to like activate the spells and trap cards.
They do. Yes, it would start a chain, and your opponent would be able to respond.
It's actually really interesting. A lot of things you can do with it, which is great. It's just a huge.
That's a cool card, bud.
Basically, like, say your opponent, like, you're using the spells and trap cards right now, otherwise they're gone. Which is, like, very, very good effect to have, because often you're probably waiting. If you're, like, having them set, you're probably waiting for a very good moment. I think the last option here is disgusting. Like, I'm pretty sure that's illegal. I would gladly take the top card of my deck to just destroy my opponent's board, so, like, that sounds pretty good. How do they even interact with that? Like, is there anything? I guess they can, again, just block effects and hope that it stops this, but it is mental. And let me get disconnected Neos Fusion. No, hold on. Jeez, one monster's interact with it. So, Neos is from your deck. Dragon is also from your deck. Correct. Sorry, actually, let me correct that. Hero is from your deck. Dragon is from your deck. That you're always summoning Neos, I'm assuming, based on the conversation that we're having.
Correct. You're always summoning, for the purposes of this, you're always summoning.
Banish this card from the graveyard. So, you can use the first option if I'm understanding this correctly, but then instead banish this card from your graveyard so this stays on board, but your opponent's monsters can shuffle back into your deck.
Correct.
Oh, that makes sense. Got that. So, in that case, it's like, do you value the top part of your deck more than this card? Because once this card's into your graveyard, that's why this fight is good. I mean, obviously, that's fantastic. I mean, it's tough to imagine that this is not playable. It might be
What is that? What if this is just like the biggest trail of fresh drop they'll ever give?
It is very, like, this one doesn't speak, like, disgusting. I don't know why.
Okay, interesting.
You are going through a lot, but it's just like, are you also have to imagine? Okay, so let me explain here. You're going second. How much worse is this effect? Like, I actually think it's like pretty substantially worse. Because unless you're like, you go for the monster thing, your opponent probably is going to do something with their monsters for free run. But I guess if it does activate, if it resolves, like you probably wouldn't spawn. So like, you're able to move enough board or like a big enough wall to stop this from running the fight. this one's interesting. I don't know. It doesn't give me the same vibe as the other one. The other ones are like, I mean, you're like, as long as you get the spell. Is there a way for you to find the spell card?
I may have shown it to you.
Oh, you did? Okay, there's a card that gets you a fusion monster.
Mm-hmm. Everybody together.
Spell. It's just the Cobra. Okay, hold on. Write this shit down. I'm playing fucking like a treasure hunt over here. Is Cobra?
You should be put so much thought into these videos to tie all this
Honestly,
together.
it's very impressive. I will give you that. Could you just remind me, for the sake of just my brains collapsing, were Scorpio or Cobra banned?
No, they are not big.
That means one of these motherfuckers has It's actually more annoying. I was gonna say, if one of them got banned, this becomes a lot worse because you don't have a consistent way of getting it unless it's a card that you haven't shown. After they're not banned, that means Neo Fusion's probably guaranteed to start your hand with enough redundancy.
You can evaluate these two cards together. You can play Neo's Fusion forward.
If Neo's Fusion is banned, there's no play. Neo's Fusion banned. Special summoning one monster during accidental listing deck to monster material. By setting those monsters in the deck. No, I mean, like, that sentence is just so gross.
I'm forgetting the vibes. What happened?
I didn't realize it was this consistent. I was like, and if you don't get this fusion card, like, you just kind of lose. This whole thing just feels so bad, but then, yeah, you're right. Or if you have the Cobra, it's like, okay, you just get the whole package. And if they're not banned, why would they? Hold on. If they're not banned, why would they ban? There's no way. Why would the Nami team ban, like, the cool thing rather than just, like, the entity that makes it a game on
They banned it all. They banned it all.
Maybe it's bad. Maybe it's bad. I'm not going ban. I don't think it's bannable. I think they would have banned the actual, like, getting this consistently on turn 1 if they were going to ban it.
They banned really? They're just...
That card, no,
I don't answer. Rainbow Neos. Oh boy, let's talk about Rainbow. So, this card's actually very old. This card's very old. It was actually released in 2008. When it was released, it never saw play. This card is in the anime. This is like one of the protagonists. Like, I'm not gonna get into it, but it's a very like iconic card. In any case, Neo's Fusion, the first card I showed you, actually was released a lot later on. It was 2019. I believe it was actually right before COVID, not long before, which is kind of crazy from my perspective. But anyway, so people saw the release of Neo's Fusion, and they're like, holy shit, this card's fucking crazy, because now we can actually summon Rainbow Neos, which inherently is really hard to summon otherwise, but Neo Fusion just does it all for free, right? As long as you play the back cards, Neos and Rainbow Dragon in the deck, then you just get to play this fucking powerhouse of a card, which is funny because you said, like, going second is bad. This is kind of the reason you want a card like this going second, because let's say your opponent either sets up a bunch of monsters, or a bunch of back row, which during this format that this card was played, was very common. This was, like, sort of your final piece of your game plan to, like, wreck your opponent's shit. Because what you would try to do is you would try to pick apart their board, kind of bait out their negations, and then if you slam Neos at the end of all of that, if they don't have a way to stop the Rainbow Neos from activating, they lose their whole board. And during this period, if a player had a board of, like, all monsters, they all got shuffled back into the deck. If it was a graveyard-based deck, also during this time, they all got shuffled back into the deck. And shuffling back into the deck in particular is a very interesting mechanic that is not seldom seen in Yu-Gi-Oh! Just because of how powerful it is. This effect does not target, it doesn't destroy. The fact that it shuffles means that nothing in the graveyard will trigger. They have a graveyard set up, it's back in the deck, so now they have no value there. Think about, like, setting stuff up, Brilliant Fusion or whatever. Extremely, extremely powerful card, but it was totally fine. You're right.
I feel like every time you go through these stories, I'm just waiting for you to say, like, oh, it was a joke.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It was like, there was nothing really, like, wrong with it necessarily. It was a good card. You didn't see a lot of play. It actually, like, I remember when it first debuted, I think it, like, topped, I don't know if it won the tournament, but it, like, topped the tournament. Everyone lost their mind to someone like this out. But a huge haymaker card, very Yu-Gi-Oh! Style of card. But it's just like, okay, I think the biggest restriction on it is that it locks you to the special summoning for the rest of the turn after you activate it, which is fine if you do a bunch of other stuff prior and then slam Neos after the fact. But aside from that, like, it always has to be like the last thing And Neos being an older card too, it's no, you can't just negate the effect, right? If I go Rainbow Neos trying to like wipe the board, it's like okay, negate, and then it's like cool, now it's just a guy. So like he's fine. He's a really cool card. It's cool that he had his time in the spotlight, but totally fine. It's like very for its time it wasn't playable, and he needs to not play. But it is what it is. It was a cool part of this. Next up, we are nearing the end. Only a couple left. You might actually see this card as a matter of fact, since you did play some Let's go. Actually, do you remember this?
Side frame gear gamma. I do remember that you pull something from your deck or something and say that I think this is this card.
Okay.
It cannot be normal summoner set, must be substituted by a card effect. Active monster effect will control no monster effect. Show this card from your hand and a side frame driver from your hand, deck, or graveyard, and if you do need that activation, if you do that, destroy that monster. For the end phase, manage the face up monster special summon by this effect. If I remember correctly, the card was very good. I think you only run one copy of it though, at least that's what I was running with Sword Soul. So this is like where you talked at the beginning, you don't want to run a lot of these, because if you do run a lot of these, they just kind of do nothing in your hand. Okay? But having one means if you don't draw it and you do have the Gamma, just stop them from activating something, which is Ginormous and Yu-Gi-Oh! And you get to summon both of these, which I guess could be relevant to defend or whatever if you really want to go for that. I don't think that's really relevant, to be honest with you. The conversation is just like you want to stop the monster effect.
Sure.
Very good card. Sure.
I did send you the side frame driver. It's just a guy. Again, this is like a soft garden, so you can still use Gamma if driver's in your hand. Obviously, you don't want to draw driver ever, but you are still able to do
the Gamma is just in your hand too, right? So it's
correct.
Yeah, you basically, this part's good going second, I think it was, and then you used to have no. I guess if
Let's
you
try
have no
doing
monsters,
better
it's
at
fine.
karaoke.
But you're going to actually use a monster like enjoy the lost. Yeah, you want to make sure you have no monsters. I mean, from personal experience, this card was very good. I don't think it was banned because obviously I played with it unless they did it recently. So,
But Master Duel and TCG and the Asian territories all have different ban lists, and we're going if this card was ever banned. We're talking ever banned in TCG.
Okay. Fair enough. So, funny enough, you bring this card out to share it together with me.
Yeah, obviously, if you already knew where it was, then he would never show this to
Yeah,
you.
well, I mean,
So,
you could.
Maxie's band is what we're talking about. Just remind me.
Maxie is banned in the TCG. Correct. It was legal in Master.
Is it banned now?
No, it's still. I think they put it to 2.
I was like, holy shit, that must have been one of the greatest.
Oh, we're hoping. We're hoping, buddy. We're hoping.
Wow.
Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely.
That means that they would. Okay, if Maxie's at 2, if Maxie's at 2 and Master Duel and IRL, it's the same kind of concept. And I don't know if you want to tell me this. Is Gamma also? I'm not worried about driver here. It's your word about Gamma. Is Gamma at 3 still, or is it at 2?
You want it currently when it's at?
In Master Duel?
In Master Duel, you want to know what it's at. Good question.
I'm doing some comparisons.
Okay, sure. Let me look it up first.
It's like there's a chance this is banned. I'm not sure if it is. There's like Blossom Light that does the.
That's a good question to ask. CGB should do it too. Although, honestly, I think it's a pointless question for him, since he doesn't play Master Duel, or any kind of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Destroy the monster. That's like a big thing with Gamma, is that it actually takes the monster out. In Master Duel, Gamma is limited.
That's why I was only
当我看一面时，就该离开了。你这一步一步的仔细思考。
That was quick and easy, I suppose. This lag's insane.
So the theory here has written a 20 freaking page document explaining their thoughts on Genesis that kind of took some traction. So we're gonna have a little.
欢迎，女士。景凤在等你。
Our goal is clear and simple. Woo! Man, that doesn't seem like a lethal fall to me. Dude, Wunong, you've got some terrible form and I didn't mean to do this. No wait, actually, yeah, this is the only way.
守护者，这是一个虚伪的设定，把本属于人民的东西。 每一种罪行都有它的惩罚，每一种惩罚都有它的武器。只有强者才能上场。
Alright, no point falling here needlessly. Not when there's a dragon statue and the only people here are a couple of mooks that are easy enough to take care of. I do just have to be careful. I still have PTSD from accidentally falling.
没有别的路了，一定是这里。
Fucking hell. Shit. Why? How? I dodged those perfectly.
我会摧毁你。
I don't... What I need is an actual camera rather than a thingy because I know the thingy's gonna display that I dodged late. The overlay. Damn it. I think this is as good as I'll get. I mean, I know I can get better, but... I don't like that my confirm button always results in me punching at this after skipping a cutscene. I am still lagging. Here it comes. I just need to do Deathless. During the initial few encounters. And then it's just about being as good as I possibly can against Yang.
欢迎来到养生堂。
您好，需要帮忙吗？
老话说得好，千里之行，往生去。
欢迎来到养生堂。
您好，需要帮忙吗，女士？
老话说得好，千里之行，生存。该待在家里。
为寻求正道。
你苦练了8年，就这点本事？你真可怜。你年轻时修行不够刻苦，现在太可悲了。打得再好些。再试一次，加把劲儿。
it'll last long enough against you. Exactly 70, huh? That's kind of depressing.
“欢迎来到养生堂。”
您好，需要帮忙吗，女士？
老话说得好，千里之行，始于足下。我马上就会你。在有人受伤之前。
为寻求正道，你 必须学会真正的放手。
你苦练了8年，就这点本事？打得再好些，更努力一点。你年轻时修行不够刻苦，现在依旧这样。再试一次，加把劲儿。哪有师傅没教过你这一招？你或许没时间教我这个。过度依赖天赋。太可悲了。夺走了你父亲的性命之后，过度依赖天赋将必带。我看到你的身体不听使唤。
Didn't mean to kill him. Whoops. Got a little too excited.
你本应保护护身符，却坚守自盗，
只有这样才能救他们，师傅。
未能遵守你的誓言，你不配。现在离开。武艺高超、武德充沛之人，会令对手知难而退。他出手急如迅雷，不战而屈人之兵。
Tell that to all the mooks I've murdered to get to that point. Oh, damn, that's a lot of coins. Alright, at least we got goals now. Slick. Hell yeah, now I'm a Yakuza. Man, look at that. Anyway, 34 is definitely enough. I don't feel the need to try to do better. Let's keep going. What's up, Kazuya's here to destroy things. Fuck it, let me try beating up these guys. What the?
老话说得好，千里之行，我马上就到。有人受伤之后。
为寻求正道，你必须。
Dang it, 4,000 still not enough. What a waste. Holy shit.
修行不够刻苦，现实依旧这样。过度依赖天赋，将也或许没时间教我这个。再试一次，加点劲儿。我看到你的身体不听使唤。
No! Let me see if closing some stuff will increase performance. This lag is atrocious. This hasn't been happening until I started using all these overlays and face cams and stuff. And I can assure you they are quite bothersome. I can also put Sifu in the root folder.
欢迎来到养生堂。
您好，需要帮忙吗，绅士？
老话说得好，千里之行。
需要帮忙的是
再有人受伤，你忘了怎么打架吗？
为寻求正道，必须。
来呀，再加把劲儿！你苦练了8年，就这点本事？打得再好些！你年轻时修行多刻苦，现在依旧这样。打得再好些，更努力一点。过度依赖天赋将给你带来毁灭。来呀，再加把劲儿，你蠢货！我看到你的身体不听使唤。
咦，
你真可爱。再试一次，加把劲儿。你或许没时间教我。
there's a good reason because it's a bad attack. Shit.
你年轻时修行不够刻苦，
Really? Hmm.
“欢迎来到养生堂。”
您好，需要帮忙吗，同事？
老话说得好，千里之行。
需要帮忙的是有人受伤之际，我寻求正道，你必须学会真正的放手。
Yeah, let go of that staff. It's mine. Just need to lock the fuck in. So much for locking the fuck in.
你苦练了8年，就这点，谁要跟我玩这种？你年轻时修行不够刻苦，现在依旧这样。过度依赖天赋，就给你带来
2 more try. And then I'm done for the day.
欢迎来到养生堂，请便。
您好，需要帮忙吗，女士？
老话说得好，千里之行，我马上。有人声音。战斗。
为寻求正道，你必须学会真正的放手。
走了你父亲的心里人，我就你父亲没时间教你这个。我打赌师傅没教你。你真可
Shit.
过度依赖天赋。那是我弱日的开始。太可悲了。
We did it! It's just a glorified cutscene at this point.
别走！
You could have won if you didn't throw that away like that.
师傅的血脉以你之死断绝于此。我将在这里终结你。你赢不了，知道吗？
这即是武德。
Yeehaw. Who's Juggernaut? New Game Plus should be the way we unlock the rest of the things. I couldn't get to 100%ing the game. I was just kind of tired with the game at that point, but there's so many new content and I'm very willing to try improving myself.
师傅，
Now, how does that happen? That makes no sense. That's crazy. Okay. Whoa. You can change what your moves do.
放马过来吧！
你来错地方了。
哦，伙计。
I thought I had all shrine effects on by default, which means... Which I thought was supposed to mean I have all my focus meter. Shit. Shit. No.
你怎么还不死？你忘了怎么打架吗？搞什么？不可能！
I guess if you have modifiers, it doesn't count. That's fair enough.
你的路走到头了。
好近。
来错地方了，现在后悔吗？第二回合，真是个可怜虫。疯了！风向。
他们来这里干什么，朋友？他妈的，快来住！
Could have done that deathless, but as usual, I love making mistakes. Damn, there's so many of them. Yeah. I want to play in the normal difficulty. I want to see how it feels. Oh, I can play with modifiers. I'll do that next time.
They've blocked the entrance to the warehouse. Need to find another way inside.
Get lost. Huh?
Don't have any shortcuts unlocked, but that's fine. I have no intention of using them anyways. Using kills like that doesn't actually consume the weapon's durability, which is important.
Shit.
I can make it. Just need to run at it.
Open it! Open up! Don't make me bust this damn door down!
So far it feels nice. The biggest difference, and this is something I saw while looking at other people's videos and them talking about differences and stuff. In Master difficulty, people actually gang up on you. There's no mook chivalry. But in here, if someone else is already attacking you, everyone else will just kinda chill. That is an important difference.
Look what we have. Only a fool would come here.
Come on.
The warehouse. I'm getting closer.
It's why those sections with so many enemies are just so freaking ridiculous. As they should be, probably.
Came to the wrong place. Another jump here. I can make it.
And obviously health and stuff, health and damage are affected.
Come on, speed this up. I don't want to be late for the club.
The difference is night and day so far.
With great difficulty.
Oh, I guess you just unlock Kotong immediately. Interesting.
These will be useful.
You're sure about that?
Hey, this is private property. No freaking way!
No way! No fucking way!
Yeah, bruh. I'm barely breaking a sweat right now. I'm still making mistakes, of course. But the difference is undeniable. Wow, I think we're given a lower score cap by default as well or something maybe. What the fuck? That was easy! Wow. It's like playing lunatic and finally beating it. With all the dirty tricks you can muster, and then going back to normal, and then you barely even break a sweat. This is kinda ridiculous. I'm gonna keep going until I freaking die. Oh yeah, I forgot about the modifiers. For now, this is just supposed to be the vanilla experience. Man, I can't. It must be so frustrating to transition to master difficulty.
Forget about it. If you're not on the list, you're not getting.
Private backup!
And you know, I'm fine with medium everything.
Yeah?
Can't you see there's no place for you here?
Please don't hit me.
Yeah, look at them, all freaking a whole horde of them, and they're choosing not to take advantage of that advantage. The hell? Sifu truly is a game. Ooh, fancy. Bro, this game is too easy.
That's closed tonight.
Don't care. Fuck you. Die. Oops.
Are those your
Oops.
best?
Come on, Shaggy. Who the fuck are you? Harder! Hit him harder!
Shit. Oh.
You were not supposed to be.
I need the access card.
I have never heard that line of dialogue before.
Okay, let's do this. Fight me.
No!
Round two.
Why the fuck was I not able to fucking target you with my focuses? Fuck you. Oh, I gotta unblock it first, right? That makes enough sense. Ah, it's your primary things that are changed.
Forget about it. If you're not on the list, you're not getting inside.
Private, back off!
Interesting. I wonder how it changes when you have a weapon.
Yeah?
Hey, it's a private party, fool! Drop your weapon! Please, don't hit me!
Looks primarily the same. Alright, that's enough. Wow, 3-hour video.